Surprise trades. On paper, a great way for people to instantly share any Pokemon they want in exchange for any Pokemon they can imagine. Since Generation 6, Surprise Trade, or back then Wonder Trade, has helped people flesh out their Pokédex in the hopes of speeding up the process of getting their completion certificates as well as their shiny charm. But while the concept is well-intentioned, a lot of the time you may just end up with something like this. Or this. But what is the rate of receiving a common low-level Pokemon in Generation 9, and is it possible to receive anything worthwhile? In honor of this YouTube channel reaching 100 subscribers, I put that question to the test and went and surprise traded 100 Pokemon. But I didn't want to contribute to the issue and trade away a common Pokemon. I wanted to at least trade away a Pokemon a lot of people might not have. So I decided on a Scarlet Paradox Pokemon, in this case, Great Tusk. Great Tusk can be found in Area 0, most commonly just outside Research Station 4. They're pretty easy to spawn in-game even without a sandwich, and they're easy to notice from afar. With the goal of catching 100 in mind, I set off on my hunt. 4 hours later, and after having used about 250 Quick Balls and Dusk Balls, I finally caught 100 Great Tusk. That took way longer than I thought it would, given the fact more than 50% of the time the Great Tusk broke out of the Quick Ball. But we finally had our 100 Great Tusk and a shiny Screamtail of all things, which spawned about halfway during the hunt. This one can be the 101st Pokemon we trade away, and hopefully we get something good. Now that I had my team of 100 Great Tusk and a shiny Screamtail, I had to nickname them, right? I mean, free marketing for me. So I dragged the first column of 5 into my party and started to type in my username as a nickname when... one character short. Hylianstagram won't fit. Hylianstagram, maybe. Screw it. I'll settle for Hylianstagram. I'm getting the Feraligatr Gen 2 treatment, aren't I? 1 column down, 19 to go. This was version 1.1 of the game, so the ability to nickname and check for marks straight from the box was not added yet. Ironically, as soon as I finished naming all 100, I randomly checked Twitter and noticed Cerebi.net had tweeted the, at the time of this recording, upcoming patch notes of version 1.2, which adds the ability to do all the nicknaming straight from the box. Absolute cruel irony. But fast forward half an hour and I was finally ready to start trading. Here's how it went. Things started off strong. Trading away the first Great Tusk, I received a Gimmighoul, which honestly I don't think I've ever seen in a surprise trade off camera. Surely this was the start of good things to come, right? I then got a Shriddle, a Rockruff, a Finizen, a Swablu, and a Froakie, before I got my first double up on trade number 7, another Rockruff. From there, I got a Weasel, a Revavroom, a Rellor, a Tropius, which ended up having a Mark, a Sprigatito, and a Dunsparce before 2 Fuecocos in a row. Honestly, at this point, things were going better than expected. I'd barely gotten any double-ups, and the selection of Pokemon was honestly not too bad. From there, I got Hypno, another Fuecoco, a Charmander, a Paldean Wooper, another Sprigatito, an Oricorio, a Pikachu, and another Revavroom. And then this happened. Now, I wasn't looking when the username first popped up during the trade, so I thought I lucked out big time. A Tinglu holding a Master Ball. Sadly, the Pokemon is indeed hacked and comes from a trade bot that constantly sends out Pokemon like this on a loop. I prefer to delete these trades straight away for legitimacy's sake, but hey, I'm keeping the Master Ball. From there, I got another Froakie, an Applin, a third Froakie, midday form Lycanroc, a Mischievous, an Igglybuff, a Knackley, a third Sprigatito, a Magikarp, Bonsly, and a Quaxly, making that all 3 Paldean starter Pokemon received within 35 trades, which honestly is not too bad at all. Next, though, we received our first shiny on our surprise trade quests, a shiny Roaring Moon in a color-matching friend ball with a questionable nickname and trainer name, and it's fully EV trained and has 5 marks and is holding an ability patch. Yep, chuck this one in the bin, delete it later on as well. Moving on, we then got a beautifully not hacked Skiploom, a Young Goose, a Houndour, another Quaxly, a Tandemaus, a Pawmi, a Girafarig, a Garchomp, very nice, and then a Fletchling, a Snover, a 4th Froakie, another Tandemaus, a Hatenna, and a 5th Froakie to round out the first 50 trades. Honestly, so far at this point, I was pretty impressed. Out of the first 50 trades, I got 31 unique trades, 2 of which were clearly hacked, 1 of which was shiny, 5 Froakies, 3 Sprigatitos, 3 Fuecoco, 2 Quaxly, 2 Rockruff, 2 Revavroom, and 2 Tandemaus. There were barely any Pokemon from the first area of the game here at all. Very rare for that to happen. Not a Lechonk in sight. Not a Lechonk in sight. Remember this foreshadowing. Happy with my effort and wanting to see how trying the second 50 Great Tusk at another time of day might affect results, I saved and came back the next day to trade away the remaining 50. The next day, I started off my trades filled with hope that things might be as successful as the day before. I had traded away the first 50 Great Tusk during the evening in Australia. For the second 50, I wanted to see how things went in the morning. It started off not great. Straight off the bat, I traded away my first Great Tusk with the uncommon mark and got a Lechonk. Next, I got a Lechonk, and then a Lechonk, and a fourth Lechonk, a Pawmi, a fifth Lechonk, a Sylveon, 5 more Lechonks in a row, a Pincurchin, and then 2 more Lechonks. Out of the first 15 trades of the day, 12 were Lechonk, and one involved me trading away another Great Tusk with the uncommon mark. So unfair. Surely things can't get worse from here, right? Well, technically, yes, because our next trade was a shiny Iron Valiant, also with a questionable nickname, fully trained EVs, 6 perfect IVs, and holding an ability patch. Another well-timed bot trade. Well, at least we have the matching set now, right? From there, I got a Dunsparce, a Pawmot, another 2 Fuecoco in a row, a Dratini, a Vaporeon, a Froakie, a second Dratini from the exact same person, and then a Sprigatito, which I traded for a Great Tusk with the Dawn Mark. 75 down, 25 to go. And we hadn't seen any Lechonk in the past 10 trades. Perhaps my luck was finally changing. So anyway, the next 4 trades were all Lechonks, another of which I traded away for Great Tusk with the uncommon mark. Trade 80, I got a Young Goose, which I traded for the final Great Tusk with the uncommon mark. From there, I got Eevee, Mastiff, 2 more Lechonks, Flamigo, another Eevee, a Pikachu, a Toxapex, and 2 more Lechonks before this happened. Yep, another Treasures of Ruin Pokemon in a Beast Ball, the same as Ting Lu the day before, and annoyingly for me, the trainer I received it from wasn't the bot, but rather a human who was forwarding the trade on, and they had taken the Master Ball. God damn it! With 9 more Pokemon to go and my patience for Lechonk wearing thin, I received a Fidough, 2 more Lechonks, a Sotodle, an Avalugg, a Finizen, and to round out the final 3 trades, I received 3 more Lechonks. My god. I went from receiving 0 Lechonks out of 50 the day before to receiving 25 out of 50 the next day. Out of the second 50, 25 were Lechonk, 16 were brand new that I didn't receive the day before, 2 of these were double ups in this last 50, 2 of which were again clearly hacked, and 9 were double ups from the previous day. So in summary, out of the 100 Great Tusk I traded away, I received 25 Lechonk, 6 Froakie, 5 Fuecoco, 4 Sprigatito, 2 Quaxly, 2 Rockruff, 2 Revavroom, 2 Tandemaus, 2 Pawmi, 2 Dunsparce, 2 Dratini, 2 Yungoos, 2 Eevee, 2 Pikachu, 2 Finizen, and 38 unique Pokemon, 4 of which were clearly hacked, 2 of which were shiny. In terms of Pokemon with marks, I received 6 Pokemon with marks, including Tropius, who had the Paldean Champion ribbon, well done, Shiny Roaring Moon, which had the 5 marks, choose one, 2 Lechonks, which had the Sleepy Time mark, Pikachu, which had the Classic ribbon, and another Lechonk, which had the Uncommon mark. From a gender point of view, 49 of the traded Pokemon were male, 44 were female, and 7 were genderless. And in terms of items, I traded away 5 Great Tusks that were holding the Booster Energy item, and I got in return 1 Master Ball, 2 Ability Patches, and an Everstone. But what of the shiny Screamtail I had left over? At this point, I was ready to turn the game off, but we had 1 Pokemon left to trade. At this point, I was very frustrated with the 25 Lechonk, and I didn't really want to trade it away randomly. So I went on Link Trade and tried to trade it with the first person who wanted it. Surprisingly, this took me 10 attempts until someone actually wanted to accept it in a trade. That person was Cheriso here, who traded me a shiny female Meditite. A shiny for a shiny. Enjoy your Screamtail, Cheriso. I will cherish your Meditite probably. So, what did I learn from all this? My opinion of the surprise trade feature definitely changed during the final 50. My thoughts are, as with any new Pokemon game, there are bound to be thousands of people all trading common low-level Pokemon at once in the hopes of finishing their Pokédex quicker. This can indeed help, I guess, to an extent, but if you only have a few Pokemon left to finish your Pokédex, it might not be a viable solution unless you get really lucky. For those who are looking to trade in the hopes of getting something rare but more than likely hacked, judging from the results of this test, you have roughly a 1 in 25 chance of maybe getting a legendary or a shiny. If that is your goal, then just keep trading away and eventually you'll get paired with a bot. But yes, that was 100 Great Tusk surprise traded to celebrate 100 subscribers on YouTube, as well as getting to 100 followers on Twitch, both of which occurred in the same week for me. Maybe I'll do it all again at 1,000. Maybe. If you enjoyed this video, hit like and subscribe to see more Pokemon related content in the future. Feel free to follow me on Twitch so you know when we do these tests live, and also shiny hunts as well. My name is Hylianstagram, but you can call me Matt. Cheers for watching, and as always, may all your shiny hunts be quick. Take care.